It pains me deeply when I hear some poultry farmers, especially beginners, lament about how they experience high mortality of their day-old chicks just within the first few days of stocking their chicks, considering the high cost of day-old chicks these days. This shows that they have failed to do what they are supposed to do before stocking their chicks. In this video, I'll be showing you how to properly prepare for your chicks by cleaning and setting up your brooder the right way in order to reduce mortality to the barest minimum. Welcome to Farmbiz with Markay. In this channel, we show you how to maximize profit in farming through creativity. I've used this my pen before in my last batch, but for about a month plus now, if not up to 2 months, I've not restocked. So I intend restocking anytime from now. Now, in case you've used your pen to do your first batch and you want to restock, do you need to just sweep the place and then stock in your day-old chicks? No. Now, in this video, I'll be showing you what you need to do before you can introduce your day-old chicks into this pen. So I'll be sweeping this place, washing the place before introducing my day-old chicks into this pen. So I'm going to show you step by step on how I'm going to do everything. But first, you see some of these poo that are left on the floor right now, a broom can't really remove them. So to get them removed as quickly as possible, I'll need to use shovel to scrape them first before coming to use broom to sweep them. Now, after sweeping them with broom, the next step is to soak the pen with detergent solution. I'm going to make use of clean detergent. I'm going to mix it with water, preferably warm water, and then use it to soak the place for some time before coming to wash them. Now, the essence of soaking it with detergent solution is to ensure that any leftover poo that has not that couldn't go as a result of using shovel to scrape them, the detergent solution can wet them so that broom can easily sweep them off, or brush can easily wash them off. So that's what I'll be doing today. Now, as soon as I'm done washing the pen, the next thing is to disinfect. So I'll be using a low-cost disinfectant. What do I mean by low-cost disinfectant? All I've been using all this while is either bleach or hypo, mixed highly concentrated. In other words, mix much in water that is not that much, so that they can kill any leftover germs if there is, before introducing my day-old chicks. Now, you need to do all this in order to ensure that all your chicks have a good start. Because if you don't do this, you don't know what might have been in this pen before introducing your day-old chicks. So you need to do this. This is one of the preparation you need to do. You need to make before bringing in your day-old chicks. You don't just sweep and then bring in your day-old chicks. No, I've heard of some people, after introducing their day-old chicks, for the first 1-2 days, they will tell you they lose about 10, lose about 5. How come? Now, considering the price of day-old chicks these days, so you don't need to just lose your chicks like that. This is one of the things you must do first before introducing your chicks, in order to ensure that the mortality is reduced. This is very important. Now, I've used my tank before. If you've not seen how I made this tank, you can go to my channel, check out my video on how to install nipple drinkers with tank. You see it. Now, I'll still be making use of this nipple drinkers with cup. Now, I don't just need to bring the chicks like that. No, I need to wash them. How do I wash? First, I'll need to disconnect the tank from the system. I need to disconnect the tank. After disconnecting the tank, I'm going to wash it separately, sun dry, for some hours before bringing them in. So once I'm done with that, I'm going to use that same hypo solution and use it to clean the cup. I'm going to use it to clean the cup so that all these dirt that you can see here, they will all be removed before using them for my chicks. So now, another thing you should do before introducing your day-old chicks, before using it for the next batch, you need to look out for any point you need to repair. Like now, some part of this roof, I discovered that when it rains, you see some rain dropping on the pen. So I don't want it that way. I don't want the rain to drop on the pen. So I've made that repair. So rain is no longer dropping on the pen from there. So another thing you also need to look out for, you need to look closely at the net. If there is any tear that you need to repair. Now I've already looked around, check everywhere, no tear. That means there will be need fixing the net because the net is already in order. So the next thing now, we need to wash the pen. We've already washed the floor, clean everywhere, disinfect everywhere. Now, normally when I bring the sawdust, I'll be using sawdust in this my batch. Now, when I bring it normally, I don't just start using it. I first of all allow it to rest in the brooder for some maybe 1 day or 2 days, so that in case it wasn't properly dried, it can become dried enough for me to use. Now, another thing I also do, I use my hand to go around the wood shave or sawdust so that I can remove foreign materials. What do I mean by foreign materials? You see, there are some thick wood that might be injurious to the chicks. So I need to just use my hand to spread the sawdust and then remove all those stick that might be inside or stone, as the case may be. Now, once I'm done with that, and I'm beginning to spread the sawdust along where I'll be doing my brooding. As you can see, I've already spread the sawdust on the floor. That's the place I want to use in my brooding, because in this batch, I'll be doing about 175. That's what the money I have can easily cater for. This space will be enough for me to brood that 75 up to about two weeks. Now, normally what I do, I don't normally give them the whole space, as in the whole pen, as my brooding. What I do, I give them a space that I know that will be about maybe 0.5 square feet per bed. So per chicks rather. Now, once that is done, as they grow, once I observe from my physical observation that, okay, this space is getting smaller for them, what I do, I increase the space for them. So I gradually increase the space. Once they are about 3 weeks or so, I leave them to be inside the pen freely. So after spreading the wood shave or sawdust as it is right now, you don't need to just put the chicks in there. No. The next thing I'll be doing, I'll be using this carton, something like this. You can use newspaper, you can use carton. So anything that can absorb their poo is what you should use to cover this sawdust or the wood shave for the first few days. Normally for the first few days, that is between day 1, day 2, day 3, this carton you are seeing will all be messed up. Now, because it's thick enough, the poo that he absorbed will not get to the other side by day 2. Now, normally by that day 2, I flip the carton. Normally, I flip the carton over so that I can use it till like day 3, day 4 before removing it totally and then go and burn them. Now, that's how I do it. Now, by that day 4, day 3, day 4, they must have been used to feed. They must have been able to differentiate between feed and sawdust. So normally by day 6, day 5, as the case may be, I remove the carton totally from the floor and let them be on the sawdust. So that's how I do my brooding. So the next thing I'll be doing after spreading the sawdust in the place that I'll be doing my brooding is to cover the sawdust up with this carton or newspaper, like I said. As you can see, the carton has been placed on top of the sawdust. Now, normally you must do this for the first few days before removing them. Now, because from day 1, they cannot really differentiate between the sawdust from the feed. So that's the essence of doing this. With this, because I'm going to spray some feed on the carton, so that wherever they are, they should be able to pick feed, because the very first week, the first 7 days of their life is very, very important. You don't need to joke with it. So they need to take as much feed, as much water as possible. So don't joke with the first 7, 14, 21 days, because that's actually the stage that the development is optimal. So you don't need to joke with those days. So you need to do all you can to reduce stress, to ensure they eat very well, drink very well. So that's what I'll be showing you in this series videos, because I'll be updating you from day 1. Now I've set up the brooder already. The next thing I'm to put in now is to come and set the feeders. That's the tray feeders, the the flip top feeder, and the rest. Then now what I do normally when I'm brooding using nipple drinkers, I don't normally use just nipple drinkers during the brooding. What I do, I add some manual drinkers to it, because the essence is to ensure that they take much water as possible, as well as much feed. So I don't want anything that will restrain them from water or feed. So that's the essence of putting even more than enough feeders and drinkers at this time. So I've already set up the nipple drinkers. Now the next thing I'll be doing is to probably come and set up the manual drinkers as well as the feeders, then before introducing the heat source. Another thing you need to know now, because you are brooding, you need heat to heat up the chicks. You don't need to close up everywhere. Now you can see from here, I leave this place open because I want to ensure cross ventilation. Now the other end, I also leave somewhere open at the other end, you can see, so that air can come in and then go out from the other side. This is very, very important, because at times if you don't do that, as soon as you open the door and enter into the brooder, you are going to observe some buildup of ammonia, and that is not good for the chicks. So you need to ensure that cross ventilation is very, very important. So I've already provided that for my brooder. So the next thing I'll be doing, by tomorrow I'll be introducing the chicks to this brooder. If you find this video helpful, kindly subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification icon, like and comment in the comment section below, as this will go a long way in helping me to grow my channel and reach a larger audience. Thank you.